of documents in which the documents in the bundle of documents are listed, and we direct that the petitioner and the conduct of this, we shall use the list of documents as stated by counsel for the petitioner in terms of going through the bundle of documents. In terms of point number 2 raised by counsel for the respondents, and before that, counsel for the petitioner, you shall take us one by one through the list of documents as you produce these documentations in the bundle of documents. On point number 2, it was that the petitioner is not the maker of the documents in the bundle of documents. And therefore is not mandated to produce those documents as required by section 134 of the Evidence Act. The committee has come up with a decision that the conduct of these proceedings relates to quasi-judicial proceedings. It is well settled that the strict rules of evidence, as are applicable in a court of law, they are not strictly applied in quasi-judicial proceedings, of which this committee is sitting as. And therefore, the strict rules of evidence as sought by counsel for the respondents do not apply to these fact-finding proceedings of quasi-judicial body. And for that reason, the petitioner shall proceed and produce the documents, and the committee in its fact-finding procedure and process of these quasi-judicial proceedings, and if at all it is satisfied and it is certain that we need to call persons or rather employees of the government for purposes of fact-finding over the materials presented before us, then we shall make up a decision when that time comes. And also, further, rather additionally, when the committee served the respondents of the documentations, or rather and other correspondences, it was communicated that these proceedings shall be governed by first the Constitution of Kenya, the County Governments Act, the Petition to County Assemblies Act number 15, and the standing orders of the Kakamega County Assembly. On the issue of the advocate-client relationship and the confidentiality of the information relating to the county attorney and the offices in which these documents were procured from, it is the committee's decision that the offices they occupy, they are public offices, and therefore the strict client advocate-client relationship do not apply to what exists between the county attorney and the other departments of the county government of Kakamega. In conclusion, the committee also wishes to invoke the provisions of Article 159, 2D of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, so that this matter can proceed on substantially and on merit, whereby the respondent shall be accorded time to cross-examine on each and every aspect, whereof now when we retire for our final decision, we shall consider each and every fact that was raised during the hearing. That we proceed without now regard to undue technicalities, so that we look at the substance of the petition and the defense from the respondents. That is the decision of the committee, and in finality, for those reasons, we are, through the chair, as a committee, directing that as the petitioner takes back the dog, let him proceed, and then the respondent should take note of each and every aspect they so wish to raise, and then they in detail raise during their cross-examination.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair, for that ruling. We pray that we be supplied the safe ruling by the close of business today. Secondly, I wish to suggest a better approach to the production of documents, so that we ensure that we maintain orderliness in the proceedings, and we make sure that each document is marked appropriately. I propose and request the committee to allow that the petitioner produces each of the documents, we cross-examine, then move on to the next. Then we shall keep a very sequential order of proceedings. Thank you. I am hoping that that is not too much to ask, that I have to be overruled again.
Yeah, Council Shifoka, that is too much. That's not too much to request, and thank you. But that is a request and a suggestion from your side. But Council Shifoka, the committee is looking at that rigorous exercise of the petitioner producing a document, is cross-examined, and then he goes ahead again. We go back, he produces another document, again you cross-examine on it. Let the petitioner produce the documents in that sequential as the list of documents, and then when you come in, you take your minutes that we have granted to you, and then cross-examine substantially.
For avoidance of doubt, Chair, I did not imply that we do not follow the sequence as per the list. We do not follow the list, only that when it is produced, we come in, clear that document, and then move on to the next. We produce the next one, we come in, cross-examine, and move on to the next. That becomes an easier process. Then it becomes also a fairly orderly process. We do not want just to lump documents and throw documents at you. And I think off record, I am thoroughly impressed by how keen Honorable Gray is following the proceedings and appreciating the conversations.
Councillor Shifoka, as you take back your seat, please we directed that you take note of each and every fact. You take note of each and every document that is produced. And I'm very grateful that you appeared together with your people who can assist in terms of those writings. Please let us accord the petitioner to produce all documents as you keenly note down. And then you shall also go one by one as you do your cross-examinations. Otherwise, that process of producing a document and then you cross-examine, he produces that one, it will be a rigorous one. And again, we are not quite sure whether it has happened anywhere, Council Shifoka, but please allow us to proceed in the manner we have directed with the due respect. Please, the petitioner.
Maybe, Chair, with your kind permission. The reason why we were asking for that is one of the issues in your one of the decisions and directions in your ruling is that we are a fact-finding mission. So the best way to fact-find is to produce a document, get it done with, we move to the next. But if we lump it all at one through the whole cross-examination, then the fact-finding mission will miss the facts that are supposed to be found by this committee. So we are requesting that if the petitioner has no issue with that, and the committee allows, let us move in that manner to assist this committee and to assist the better good of Kakamega County.
Actually, council, it is a Glenn. Yes. For this issue, in as much as we are on a fact finding, and that is why even the committee, we said we are on a fact finding. If we feel there is an issue, even as we need to question on, we shall come in. That's why we are on a fact finding. But whatever we are saying, we shall not abide by the timelines that we have set if we go in that manner. Council, we have done this before here, and we have done this before in court, even in election petitions, whereby there are a lot of materials presented before us. But we've not seen such a situation where we are producing a document, we cross-examine, we produce, we cross-examine. We are not even going back to the petitioner whether he allows or not, but this is the system we have to adopt. Let us, the petitioner, take the stand, produce the entire document, but you be keen on each and every aspect he brings on board. And then you shall also have your time to go one by one. I hope we are agreeable to that, because that is the only most convenient way we can go, so that we can abide by the timeline that we have set. Please, Council. For abundance of doubt, we are at 1 hour 15 minutes, but we take notice of the intervening period we have had. Thank you.
Now, Mr. Mohammed, while we were stopped, in our cars, you have just indicated that you filed a bundle of documents in the list. And I asked you whether you would wish to produce those documents from 1 to 18, yes, as exhibits. Yes. You confirm confirm you wish to do so.
Yes.
Now, turn to personal directions of the committee, document number 1. Now, exhibit number 1. In a sentence or two, what is that document?
It is a copy of a letter dated 14th April 2023 to the chairperson of the Kakamega Public Service Board from County Attorney.
In a sentence, what does the letter say?
It was talking about the unlawful and irregular and patented unconstitutional decisions by the board on several issues.
You may mention one or two of the issues. The committee will give the rest.
So, Council, you are producing that document as number?
That is number 1 on the list.
And for avoidance of doubt, for avoidance of doubt, it is ref number CGK stocks OCA stock LD stock 04 stock 32 general volume 11 stock 116.
Mr. Mwanda, the committee will lead. What does the letter say in a sentence or two?
In a sentence or two, the letter, County Public Service Board directions on the Secretary stock CEO of County Public Service Board.
What did they say? What was the problem?
When you look at the last paragraph, from the foregoing, it is our well-considered advice that the disciplinary action contemplated in the letter dated 6 April 2023 is against the CEO is unlawful, null and void, and illegal, as and Section 15(5) of the County Government Act 2012.
So this was a letter from the county attorney advising the board
Yes.
that their action was a breach of the constitution and statute. We proceed then to document number 2. Honorable Committee, my client advises me that he wishes to skip number 2 and proceed with document number 3.
When you refer, you say document number 2, which document are you referring to?
Document number 2
Yes.
is appearing to be the same letter.
It appears to be the same letter.
To the chief executive officer for the board.
In our document, number 1, we have a letter dated 14 April 2023. Council for the respondents, that is it. And then document number 2 is a letter dated 6th April 2023. Is it the same document with you and Council for the respondents? You want to be added?
Yes, it is. Document number in the list, the one appearing as the second one should be number 3
The one appearing as the second one should be number 3.
on the list dated 6th April.
So what appears to be the second?
What appears to be the second is a letter dated 14th April 2023.
14th April 2023.
Yes,
Look in your bundle of documents. Which document number is that? Letter dated 14th April 2023.
it's document number 1.
Document number 1.
Yes,
But in your list it appears as
it appears twice.
twice.
Yes,
As
that was listed on number 1
again as number 2 in the list.
in the list.
So let us, what appears as number 3 in your list of documents?
Number 3 is a letter dated 6th April 2023.
So we number 2 is a repetition in your list of number 1.
Yes,
So yeah, just that one now we can clear with it. And now, so if you wish to go to letter dated 6th April 2023,
yes,
so that appears now as document number 2 in your production.
yes.
Let's proceed on that basis.
Mr. Mohanda, you may look at document 3. You produce that as an exhibit, is that so?
Yes.
Now, in a sentence or 2, what is the letter about?
Council, for abundance of doubt and for the benefit of everyone, you are saying look at document number 3 on the list and you are producing it as an exhibit. Exhibit number what?
That should be number 2.
Thank you.
Yes, you may.
Exhibit number 2 is a copy of a letter dated 6th April 2023 by Catherine Omweno to Catherine Gathoni Otenyo, communicating intention to take disciplinary action against the said CEO.
So this was a letter from the chairperson of the board to the then CEO of the board. Is that so? Of an intention to take disciplinary action?
Yes, yes.
Very well. Now we proceed to document number 4 on the list.
Just for the record, it was signed by the all members.
Let us proceed.
You may return to document number 4 on the list.
Yes.
Inform the committee very quickly and briefly what that is.
Yes, copies of extracts of board resolution of a meeting held on 4th April, signed by Catherine Umweno, Chairperson, Ambrose Wanyama, Vice Chair, Stanley Amwai Were, Member, Joel Onkoko Anyera, Member, Ralph Imam Wangatia, and Sylvia Otumba. Members support to take disciplinary action against the Secretary and the Chief Executive Officer of the board, which I believe the powers that they did not have.
Mr. Mwanda, do you wish to produce that document as well as exhibit?
It will be good enough when we refer to the dates. So that document as number 4, you say number 4 in your list of documents.
Yes.
What document is it on the in the bank of documents? in our bundling. I'm not quite sure whether it is in the same spirit with the bundle Council for the Respondents had. After the letter dated 6th April 2023, we have the letter dated 20th March 2023. Is that so in your bundle of documents? Thank you. So the petitioner, counsel for the petitioner.
Honorable Chair, members, it appears that the extracts of the board resolution are not attached, though were referred to in the document dated 4th April 2023.
You are saying the resolution?
April 2023, in its body,
Yes.
refers to the resolution.
Now, we are asking that from the letter dated 6th April 2023, what we have, and I want you to confirm from your record which document is next.
The document that is next is a letter dated 20th March 2023.
So we do not have what you are referring to, what is contained in your list of documents. We were not supplied with the same, and also it's not in the bundle of documents, and also it's not in the bundle the respondents were supplied. So we shall not refer to a document which we do not have.
Well,
Please, let's go to the next document you so wish to produce.
but we may point out
Through Chair, just look at the document dated 6th of April 2023. The next document on that sequence is board resolutions. That seems it's not part of 6th April. It's not part of it. Look at the course, the flow of the information. This one seems not to be complete. Look at that letter. 6th April 20 is actually the author is written to Catholic Catholic. The letter cannot be written to Catholic Catholic, then signed by all of them. Let's look at the letter. Unless my document is not complete. All resolution seems to be a different evidence.
Let us have a proper directions on it for purposes of also clarity and guidance when we shall be retiring for our decision, and also for purposes of cross-examination by counsel for the respondents. We have the letter dated counsel 6th April 2023. The first page, it is the letter, it is dated 6th April 2023, but it goes to a point whereby the petitioner had said, in fact, that it was signed by each and every one of the board members. What you have been referring to, is it the contents on page 2 of that letter where all the board members have signed? Or it is totally different document which is not here?
Honorable Committee, what we were referring to in the documents, and as appears from the way the letter dated 6th April was designed, it contains two elements which are apart. The first is the communication running through page 1. Then the second phase is a resolution of the board. Then at the end, the two items are integrated and signed
at the bottom.
Honorable Chair, I do not know whether my colleague is giving evidence or is trying to justify a document.
Yeah, with all due respect, Honorable Chair, I do not know whether my colleague is giving evidence or is trying to explain a document that we do not know where they got. The evidence of the petition has been very clear on record. So we do not know whether my colleague has now descended into the murky arena of testifying on a document that is not authored by him. And that is why we hasten to tell you, let these makers come, then assist you arrive at a fair understanding of this document. You refused.
Council Shifoka, in fact, the committee is taking notice of that, and we are keen so that Council is not overstepping from the bar and now taking the dog as the petitioner and giving evidence. We are just doing some clarity. However, the committee is guarding against that for him to get into the detail and substance of that document. We are keenly guarding that so that it doesn't turn to be a witness. Though, please, Council Shifoka, just take a seat.
Yes, and maybe just for clarity, and anyway, it will come at a later date. So, thank you.
Thank you. So now, after consulting counsel for the petitioner, we have this letter, and we have to do this for purposes of our clarity. We have this letter dated 6th April 2023. Council Shifoka, please kindly look at that document dated 6th April 2023. At the back of it, is there any content?
We have no content at the back of it.
Okay,
We have no content at the back. It's just a space.
thank you. I believe that is what is bringing confusions.
And I think, Honorable Chair, you now understand why we have this. We told you, either the committee or someone in the
Secretariat deliberately obtained documents and passed them over to the petition.
No, Council.
That is why.
Let's not go that direction.
Barring
Council, please, let's not go that route. We analyze the documents that are before us. So we have this letter dated 6th April 2023. Counsel for the petitioner, please confirm at the back of the document.
Yes.
Thank you.
Here the question was to confirm whether the back of the document
Yes,
has anything on it.
yes,
No, there is nothing.
thank you. Now,
You read the back of the leaf,
yes,
there is nothing on it.
from there, what is next on your list of documents? Is it the board resolutions?
In the page following the letter dated 6th April.
Yes, what we have in our bundle is the board resolutions.
Yes, board resolutions.
Council Shifoka, your bundle.
From the list of documents.
From letter dated 6th April 2023, what is next in your
Honorable Chair, from the list of documents, the document identified as document number 4 refers to copies of extracts of board resolution of a meeting held on 4th April 2023. From the bundle of documents, we have what appears to be I can only see the last 4 letters, TIONS. Doesn't cut off the top.
On the top of that
Yes.
document, please, is it board resolution? There somewhere written board
There
resolution
is nothing to do with board.
from the letter dated 6th of April.
The next leaf is a cut-off title. Only the last 4 alphabets can be seen.
Please, let's be satisfied, counsel, for the petitioner. Let's have your document. Let the committee have a look at your actual document. Let us have a look at the bundle for the respondents. Council, there's no doubt it's the same document we are talking about, in as much as for purposes, I believe, for printing and photocopying. But counsel for the petition, let us go to the next document, which is that document signed by all the board members. Let's go to that document, because that is what we can see.
Honorable Chair, for clarity, I want it to go on record that the construction of the committee is that this half-identified, half-titled document should be construed to mean board resolutions. I want it to go on record that that's what the committee has interpreted for the petitioner, right?
Council, undoubtedly, we have looked at the 3 booklets, and that is our logical conclusion. Thank you.
Honorable Committee, I hope the Secretariat is monitoring how my colleague is consumed. If for completeness of the record, when the proceedings stopped on that clarification, we had reached a point where I asked the petitioner to produce that document as exhibit number 4. So as exhibit number 3. I hope we are all on board. The extract of board resolutions. This is number 3, but was listed as number 4. I'm careful not to descend into the arena of testimony.
Yes, proceed. That document we identify, you are now producing as exhibit number 3.
Yes.
In as much as in your list of documents it's listed as number 4.
Yes.
Yes, proceed on that basis.
Now, Mr. Handa, you are looking at exhibit number 3.
Yes.
Okay, to read you. What is that?
This is the board resolutions.
What did the board resolve?
It was a special board meeting for County Public Service Board of Kakamega that was held on 4th of April 2023 to discuss the status of board activities. It was resolved that the Secretary and CEO of the County Public Service Board be asked to explain in writing why she has refused to convene a board meetings in spite of being directed to do so during the month of March 2023. Solution number two, it was the Secretary and CEO of the County Public Service Board to explain reasons for refusing to provide documents under custody to the chairperson and board members to support response to the two petitions on removal from office received from the County Assembly of Kakamega. The resolution number 3 was the Secretary and CEO of the County Public Board explains why the boardroom was locked when the special was scheduled on for 4th April 2023 at 10. Can I proceed? One more.
You confirm that the resolutions, so to speak, are signed.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Mohanda, on number 5, your documents. This is your evidence. So you identified the committee.
Number 5 is a copy dated 20th April 2023.
Your what, sir?
It is a copy from Catherine Omwena, Chairperson, County Public Service Board, to Chief Officer Public Service Board.
Council, a copy of what? The petition is saying some copy, a copy
It's a
of what?
copy of a letter.
We are essentially asking which document are you referring us to?
Can I state the volume? It's volume 1, sort of 103.
Council, guide your client.
It is a copy of a letter dated 20th March 2023 from Catherine Omwena, Chairperson of the Public Service Board, to Chief Officer Public Service Board, confirming that the County Public Service Board had recruited and employed in the County Public Service 6 persons, namely Thomas Omurunga Oyolo, Godfrey Bikula, Minodi, Anderson Musungu, Desteri Okumu, Tariq Aziz Kiabai, people who had signed papers and credentials as a proof of incompetence.
Mr. Mohanda, do you wish to produce that letter as an exhibit before the committee?
Yes.
Another committee, that will be exhibit number 4. We go to the document that appears as number 6 on the list.
Thank you very much. This is a copy of a letter dated 24th September 2021 from the County Public Service Board, one Catherine Omweno, the County Secretary, and Head County Public Service Board, conveying the decision of the board transferring Mandera County to Kakamega County, which letter proves that the chairperson usurped the functions and duties of the Secretary and the CEO of the board. The date of the document was 24th April. Can I state the volume? of September 2021.
I don't know whether the committee members letter.
We are there, we are there.
Mr. Muhanda, do you wish to produce that letter?
Yes.
Exhibit number 5 in this proceedings. Now we turn to the document appearing as number 7 on your list.
Number 7 is a copy of a letter dated 23rd September 2023 from Catherine Onweno to Chief Executive Officer Kakamega Water Agency, which proves that the chairperson is served the functional duties of the CEO. 23rd of September 2023.
Mr. Muhanda, again, you wish to produce that document as an exhibit for committee?
Yes.
Council, you seems to be unsettled.
Honorable Chair, we are concerned that the petition is referring to documents that we do not have. For instance, the document just lastly referred to of 23rd of September 2023, we have no such document in our bundle. So, and I think the committee will agree with me that they do not have such a document. And I'm looking at the demeanor of the petitioner. It really brings me doubt as to whether he is the petitioner.
Now, counsel for the petitioner, we have the last document was later dated 24th September 20. Is it 2021? 2021, and then now we have the one dated 23rd September 2020. Is that the document next on your in your bundle?
Yes.
Council Shifoka, from the letter dated 24th September 2021, in your bundle, you go to which document?
I do not know if the next document, after the document dated to
I do not know if actually the two documents, the one supposedly said to be transferring or communicating about decision to the one presently being referred to, I don't know if they are sufficiently legible.
Thank you.
I wouldn't commit to having that document until and unless I am sufficiently informed that each of us is comfortable reading that document. On my part, I am not. It is not legible to me. And I want to believe I'm way younger and with better eyes than my clients. I do not think they've even tell what writing that is. For avoidance of doubt, I did not imply that one Sylvia Itembe is older than me. She might be way a baby.
I think that is why she's showing me her bundle of documents. And as we proceed, we note that the two documents from the letter dated 20th March 2023, Council has alluded to the fact that there are two documents following two letters, that they are not eligible. So from that document, Council has alluded to Council Shifoka. I'll keep on mentioning your name because because you are the lead counsel from the respondent's side. The petitioner rather direct the secretariat, Barbara, take one the bundle of documents and make copies of the two documents so that as we proceed, now that counsel for the respondents saying they can't clearly get the contents of those two letters, please let's have some copies being made, and then they be immediately supplied as we continue to proceed. So that notwithstanding, Council Shifoka, we know that it is a letter dated 23rd September 2020, we shall be supplied with a clearer copy, but we can proceed with the other one, the other documents. Counsel for the petitioner. Let's jump that document. It was to come as number 6, but let us have a clearer copy supplied first. So let's go to document number 7.
We are thankful. So that is first. Now, Mr. Anda, we move to the document that will appear as number 8 on the list.
It is a copy of a letter dated 19th October 2022 from Catherine Omweno, John Ambrose Wanyama, to branch manager KCB on one Lucy Doikehamba as a mandatory signatory.
Our bundle of document indicates that the next document in the bundle is a letter dated 14th April 2023, and we also counsel, when you are preparing a bundle of documents, we note that it is the same document as document number 1, or is it not?
It's the same.
Let's go through the content and the reference. No, the reference is not the same. But what we are saying that the next document is not a letter dated 19th. It is a letter dated 14th April 2023. We know it's a totally different reference number with the first document. So look at your document away from the list. Look at your bundle of document that from the letter dated 23rd September 2020, the next document in our bundle of documents which the committee has, and I believe that's why Council Shifoka was also standing up, it is a letter dated 14th April 2023. Is it so?
Yes, that is so. But those appearing to be testifying, that is the letter that was placed at number 2 on the list, and which we skipped.
That is the letter that was placed
At number 2 on the list.
number 2 on the list.
Yes.
And then that is the document. It was okay. Now, we look at the document number 1. If the committee remembers very well, you said it is document number 2 on the list. It is the same as document number 1, and that is the more reason you are skipping it, right? And now because that was not the document number 2 in my bundle, in our bundle, and also in the respondent's bundle. Now we have stumbled on it, and you are saying that is the document that was to be document number 2, right?
Yes.
Now this is a question from the, which we need clarification from the committee. The reference number of document number 1, and now the document we have now, that is now before us, they have the same date, but different reference number, and also different contents. Do you still abandon it, or you so wish the committee to have a look at it? They are not the same. They are not same documents. Please look at the 2 documents and let's utilize our time very well.
I have consulted with the client and taken instructions. The client wishes that the committee looks at and considers the letter.
So can you proceed?
Mr. Muhanda, you may.
Chair, just from your explanation, numbering sequence now has to take us back to normal. Because we were skipping 6 to call it 5 because 2 was not there. Now that you have stumbled on 2, do we go back to the sequence? Because now you have established the number 2 is there. No, number 2 is the one which was now giving us wrong sequence. That's why you say number 1 comes to, number 2 comes to 2.
Council, we are now there, and as council, you know what to do. Can you proceed and direct the committee in the manner in which you wish to deal with the document? Thank you, Honorable Mahana.
Honorable Chair, Vice Chair, and members, in view of that development, for the petitioner, we apply that the numbering of the produced documents be recalibrated to align with the list, so that the numbering of exhibits reverts to what is in the list, subject to the committee and the committee allowing the client, the petitioner, to testify on the letter dated 14th April 2023.
Council, for the flow of information, and now that the document that sits with the committee and the document that sits with the respondents, your document does not come as number 2. If you so wish, if the petitioner so wish to produce that document, then let it align on how they are in the bundle of documents. And now it has to come as the next document from the way you have been producing. It has to come as the next document to align with the documents in the bundle of documents.
Very well, thank you. We have that. Now, Mr. Muhanda, you are still not. You have before you a document. What document is it?
And so please take note that since we began and with the preliminaries we had in between, rather what we had in between, we are now exactly 2 hours. However, we also note of the time we took on the other engagements, which was 45 minutes. We are kindly directing that you restrict yourselves within the 45 minutes, and if you take lesser minutes, the better for the conduct of these proceedings.
Mr. Mwanda, you may identify to the committee the document you're looking at.
Yes, it's a copy of a letter dated 14th April 2023 to the chairperson of Kakamega County Public Service Board from County Attorney, County Government of Kakamega on both unlawful and illegal directives.
You wish to produce that letter as an exhibit in this proceedings?
Yes.
Honorable Committee, that will be exhibit number 7. Reserved number 6 for supply of clear copies. Now we turn to the letter, what appears in your list as number 8.
It's a copy of a letter. It's a copy of a letter dated 19th October 2022 from Catherine Omweno and John Ambrose Wanyama Subai to Kakamega branch, Kakamega Bank, Kakamega KCB.
You wish to produce that document as an exhibit?
Yes, yes.
Honorable Committee, that will be exhibit number 8. We'll move to the next letter, Mr. Mwanda.
It is a copy of a letter dated 18th October 2019 by John Wanyama Subai appointing one Pamela Namolanda Situma Musimbu as the AI holder, a power that I believe they did not have.
You wish to produce that document as an exhibit, sir?
Yes.
Honorable Committee, that will be exhibit number 9. Move to the next document.
It is copies of memos dated 19th October 2020 to 10th April 2020, 5th May 2020. Signed by a man other than Catherine Onyango, Pamela Stuma, John Ambrose Subai, Lucy Kihamba.
We have no memos in the business. What is that?
The next document in our list of documents, it is a letter dated 9th October 2020. Is that correct?
Yes.
Please, let's do that. Let's be on that letter.
Mwanda, before you, what you have?
It's a letter to the
And then council, the committee will retire and look at the contents of all these documents. The committee will have an ample time to look at the contents. Please take us through as I produce them, so that the committee shall have an ample time to look at the contents of they are written. Already given you evidence in the petition, in the affidavit. Please take us through the documents as you produce them. The committee, the council shall cross-examine on them, and then the committee shall look at the documents, the contents of the documents before coming up. Rather than explaining each and every bit, yet we shall read the contents of those documents so that we save on time.
Thank you, Mr. Han. Going by the list you have, what do you have?